Scrapbooking Buddies, Debbie Martin here, and we're going to be making some fun things with the Owl Punch that's coming out with the Croptoberfest line. That's coming out on August 28th at noon Central. If you don't have an advisor, check the link below and I can hook you up with one of these, okay? So let's see some fun things that we can do with it. So you can obviously do a little owl. Let me pull this up so you can see them. Look how cute they are. You could do them in any color you want. Just super cute, okay? Obviously you can do that, but I came up with some other ideas for you. We have some gnomes. We have a little Santa we're going to make today. And we have a little old man. So let's start with him, okay? So what you need first is you need the circle maker punch. So we're just going to come over here. We're going to cut ourselves a little circle. The good thing about this is you can use scraps, okay? So you don't need full pieces of paper. So there we have our little base for him. Then we're going to take scrap here and we're going to cut everything because we need all of the pieces for that. Okay, and then we're going to come back and we're going to need one more of this side. So if you flip it over, you can kind of see that you don't have to waste your paper if you don't want to, because we could just come in here and move it around and get just the pieces that we need. Okay, so those are the pieces that we need. Then we're going to need two more. We're going to need a little black for his eyes. So we're going to need to punch a couple more times. We're just going to bring this in here because we really only need that little tiny circle, but we'll go ahead and punch a couple because we might use those for something else. Okay, so let's go ahead and get all this mess out of here. We're going to be using those. And let's start putting him together. So grab your repo tape. We're going to come in and we're going to maybe start with his eyes. So you're taking your big white circles from the Owl Punch, bringing them in here. Okay. And then we're going to use the smallest part. Save these for something else we're going to do in just a minute. We're going to do the smallest part. We're going to bring these in and maybe have them looking down. You can have them looking all crazy if you want by moving the little eyeballs around. Well, let's just have them looking down a little bit like that. Okay, so now we need his mustache. So we're going to bring this in and we kind of, if you wanted to do a handlebar mustache, I suppose you could point these up. So that would be an option for you too. We're going to point these down today. So one of them you'll have to flip over. Nope. I flipped it the wrong way, so let's try that again. That's the good thing about repo tape. You can just rub it right off. And if you haven't used it before, it is fantastic. So we're trying to get that kind of centered. And then we need a little circle for his nose. So I punched a little bunch of them, a few extra of these circles, because we're going to need it with the same color paper that I had. So let's put his little nose on there. Once again, we're only using the parts minus the base. We're just using the parts from the owl. And we're going to put this on here like this. And we're done with that. How cute is that? Okay, so now we got that guy. Let's go ahead and let's make a gnome next. Okay, so for the gnome, I used the cutting system. And I used the second to the smallest, okay? And we're going to use the inside. So what color should we do this guy? Let's do purple, okay? So I used that, and I used the red blade on the inside. Now I tried making one smaller because I play with these a lot. I made this one size smaller, but you can't really see the body very well. So this is just a better size. So that's the red blade, the second smallest circle, okay, on the inside. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna need to punch with our owl punch. We're gonna come back and we're gonna punch a whole owl again. Make sure we get it on there. This time we don't really need the dots. So if you wanna scoot it off your paper, you can do that too if you're saving paper. Okay, because we just need that part of it. Okay, now we're gonna use a different color for the hat. So I just grabbed some fuchsia, pink, you can use whatever you want. And we're gonna cut one more owl out of this. Okay. Now here comes the tricky part. Okay, so now we're going to do just a little bit of freehand. You could grab your trimmer if you wanted to, but I'm going to get this really close so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm literally just doing a straight line as close to the bottom as I possibly can, just like that. So you're literally just cutting the ears off, okay? Now you got the two little feet right here. I'm going to go from one corner to the center of that. So one corner to the center, and then do that again. Do here and all the way down. That's giving us our little hat, okay? So now we are ready to start putting this together. So we need a little adhesive. We're going to start with this. I don't know why I flip them over all the time, but I do. That's just what I do. So we're going to put that on here, okay? Now, once I got it on here, I kind of don't want the top of these showing, so I'm just going to quick trim those off so you don't see that. Now we're ready to put our hat on our little guy, okay? So we're going to bring that in here. We're going to put that just like that. Okay, covering up the bottom of that. Now I punched a few more of these. Once again, we're just using the owl punch. Now for his nose, I used the smaller one, and I punched a little bit out of like the beige color. So we're going to bring that in here. Put that little nose on our little gnome. Now if you wanted to do black feet, because I did black on this one, or I did a couple extra of the beige. That's just up to you, whatever color you want to make his feet. So I think I'm gonna just make them like this beige color. And then I put a little tassel on the top of a couple of them. I think it's kind of cute with the tassel. Okay, but that's up to you. If you did, let's see, I probably want maybe to do a purple tassel. So the tassel, I just did the big circle, once again, still using the owl punch. And just add a little repo to that. And look at that cute little guy. Look how cute he is. Okay, so now we made another gnome. Let's go ahead and make us a little Santa, okay? So for the Santa, I used the smallest circle and I used the blue blade. So let's grab some type of flesh color or whatever you want to use. I'm using gray, and we're gonna put the two little feet in the groove. We're going to make us a little tiny face. Okay. See how tiny it is? Now we're going to need one more of our little owl punches. So grab your little owl punch. And this time I'm going to punch the whole thing because I need a couple of the pieces. Okay. So we're going to need this, and I'm going to need one more little mustache. So we're going to one more time in here and at least get me a mustache. Okay, so we got two of those, and we got one of those, and these are the little pieces we do not need. So let's go ahead and put Santa together. So we're going to put a little adhesive on the back of this and bring that in here. Okay, then we're going to bring our mustache in over the top of that. This time I'm having them kind of go upwards instead of downwards like I did last time. Okay, that's in here. We need a little tiny nose, and once again I used the little small one from here. So let's grab a little tiny small one and put that in here. And then we're going to need the top of the Santa hat. Okay, so for the top of the hat, all I did was, you can do any color you want, because if you want to do pink, you can do pink, but we're going to one more time use this owl punch. Okay, so we are going to use this. I'm going to leave this because we need that for the tassel. Okay, so I just took it, I kind of gave myself a straight line, and then I kind of took a little bit off of this side and then just spun it around. Okay, so you got the base, it's kind of going all the way over there, just like that. Gives you this little hat right like that. We're going to tuck it underneath. And the Santa's kind of got a pink hat today, so that's kind of fun. And we take that little circle, I might have just hit it, little white circle, right here it is, that we punch from the owl punch. So once again, this guy's all done from the owl punch. How cute would these look across the bottom of the page? Okay, then grab your pin. You could give him little dot eyes, you could give him little slant eyes like he's smiling, and we're done. How cute is that? So I hope you enjoyed all these extra ideas that you can make with your owl punch. Comment below and let me know. And make sure you click and subscribe to my page. Have a great day and happy scrapbooking.